So I've been receiving a ton of your questions on my last OnePlus 6 review, mostly pertaining to my personal setup, or rather a what's on your phone type deal. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I set up my personal OnePlus 6 and answer any other questions you left in the comment section of that video. And as all tech YouTubers seem to say, without further ado, let's begin. So first off, let's start with the wallpaper. It is actually an Oppo R15 stock wallpaper. I just really like the colors and the contrast in it, and all you gotta do is look up Oppo R15 wallpaper, scroll down a little bit and you'll find it. I'll leave a link in the video description so you don't have to kind of go out of your way to find it. But yeah, I really enjoy the wallpaper and I think it complements the phone and the icons that I have in my home screen. Many of you asked what launcher I used, and maybe to your surprise, I just used the stock OnePlus launcher. I enjoy the app drawer. I think it looks clean. I don't really enjoy Apex or any of the other ones that I've tried. I just enjoy the Oxygen OS experience in almost its purest form, you know, with a couple customizations to it, but for the most part, I really do stick to default OnePlus stuff. In terms of customization, I really only have two third-party widgets on my home screen. The first being a Sony Xperia clock widget. It's called Digital Clock Xperia. The app is very versatile, customizable. You can edit the font, the size of the clock. You can really mess with it and make it look however you want. I didn't like the look of the standard clock widget, so I just opted for this. So I've been really happy with it. I really like how it looks, and I've had it on my personal phone, even my OnePlus 5, for over a year now, so yeah, that's that. Moving upward, we have my Google search bar widget with weather. It's called Pixel Pill. It kind of emulates that Pixel look. I enjoy the kind of out of your way, kind of subtle Google search bar. Tap on it, it acts just like your regular Google search. And then you have your weather here, which displays the temperature and the date. So pretty minimal information that I need, and just looks pretty clean. And by the way, I'll leave links to both of these widgets in the description down below, so you don't have to go searching for them. Yeah, that's about it with widgets. On my second home screen, I really just have a regular Google search bar and then an email list here, so I don't have to go into my Gmail app. This gives me a quick glance at what's in my inbox without having to delve into the actual app itself. Three more things about my phone before we move on to actual questions. My music streaming service of choice is Spotify Premium. I just like the look of it. It's clean and it works across platform, you know, for my Macs and my Android phone and my iPad, just as seamless, and I've never really gotten to Apple Music to begin with, so yeah. Secondly, I do not use the OnePlus default messages app. I use the Google one actually, purely because I think it looks better, and you can also sync it up with your computer, so you can like message people online at like messages.android.com or something. So I just think it gives me more of that pixel experience, like I said. And oh, speaking of which, I almost forgot, my icon pack of choice is a Pixel one, purely because the icons are circular and uniform. I don't like the kind of irregular look with the regular OnePlus icons. I don't know, it just looks cleaner to me, and like I said, gives me that pixel feel that I really want. And lastly, for file transfer, if I'm not using Drive, I use an app called AirDroid. I can send files directly to my Mac, no problem. It's pretty seamless. It's almost like messaging yourself, so I've been using that for over a year, and it's a pretty nice piece of software. So I recommend it if you're looking for a file transfer solution for your Android phone and your Mac or whatever. Alright, so moving on to some of the questions that you guys left me in my last video. The first one is a response to somebody else, but I'm going to read it anyway. It says, I want to buy it, being the OnePlus 6, but the 6T holds me back. Everyone is saying that they'll fix cons with the 6T. What should I do? Well, in terms of upgrading your phone, there's always going to be something bigger and badder and better coming around the corner. So if you are in dire need of a phone right now, I would personally get the 6. I think it's a great phone with minimal issues. If wireless charging is a big thing to you, then maybe opt for another phone or wait for the 6T. But to be quite honest, I think that the 6T is only going to be an incremental upgrade, just like, you know, the S models of iPhone. So I mean, like I said, if you need a phone now, opt for the 6. It's a great phone. But if you want to wait for something better and can hold out with the phone that you have right now, just wait for the 6T. Second question, someone said, dude, which phone do you prefer, the Xiaomi Mi 8 or the OnePlus 6? I'm going to say OnePlus 6, just because of the software experience. I'm not a huge fan of MIUI and Xiaomi in general. They're kind of a ripoff of Apple in my opinion. I'm not aware of the spec list for the Mi 8, so it could be superior or equivalent to that of the OnePlus 6, but in terms of software, I like the OnePlus 6 better. So it's really more of a software preference rather than a hardware preference, I guess. Third question, someone said, how many hours of battery pickup can we get with heavy usage? So like I said in my review, I don't have like a scientific number for you. I'm not going to pretend like I'm like, oh yes, yesterday I used my phone for 6 hours and 32 minutes and 3 seconds. Like I have no idea. What I can tell you is I can go through like a 12-hour day with moderate to heavy usage, you know, kind of on and off phone usage, YouTube, messaging, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. Of course, not like all at once, but in spurts, you know what I'm saying? So I can get through the day and have like 20 to 30% charge left over. So I'm guessing that's like maybe like 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. It's pretty decent in my opinion. And if you have a problem and, you know, say you burn through your phone really quickly, either playing a game or watching a ton of videos, dash charging is right there, so you can just plug in and charge for 20 minutes and you're ready to go on that errand that you needed that extra charge for. So once again, it's a great feature and battery life is really solid overall. Fourth question, someone asks, what wireless carrier do you use and how's the call quality? So here in the US, I use AT&T, which is a GSM network, and you probably know that GSM only works with this phone, so CDMA like Verizon and Sprint are not compatible. As far as I'm concerned, the quality is pretty good. I mean, it's comparable to that of any phone I've used, you know, iPhones and other Android phones. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about call quality with the OnePlus 6. It's been pretty much on par so far. And I did not intend for that to rhyme, by the way. Fifth question, someone says, what case is that? With 2 question marks. So this is the carbon bumper case. It's by OnePlus and eVooTech, sold on OnePlus's website for $29.95. Not only does it feel good and look great, it also protects your phone because it has this kind of lip on the edge. I've dropped my OnePlus 6 and OnePlus 5 countless times and the screen has not shattered. So I highly recommend this case if you're looking for something slim and stylish to protect your OnePlus 6. Sixth question, this is a response to someone else's comment, but I'll read it anyway. Someone says, same, I don't know whether to upgrade to a OnePlus 6 or the iPhone 8 Plus. Now, of course, there are huge hardware variations between the OnePlus 6 and the iPhone 8. The iPhone 8 has a superior camera and has a faster processor in some ways, but even so, I think it's more of a software preference oriented choice. If you want an Android or a Pixel kind of experience but don't want to spend that much money, the OnePlus 6 is a perfect choice, especially if you're not super into smartphone photography and videography. So personally, I'm more worried about software, so I chose this, and I prefer Android anyway. But I mean, like I said, it's more of a software preference, iOS versus Android. Go ahead and watch my iOS versus Android or why I joined Team Android video for more help on that decision. And for the 7th and final question, somebody writes, is the camera better than the Note 8? And my short answer is no, it most definitely is not. Still pretty good though. But you're not really paying for the camera with this device. You're paying for the processor, the RAM, and the insanely fast software experience. So know what you're buying. If you want a smartphone with the best camera, opt for Samsung or a Pixel. Like I said, if you're only focused on the software experience, opt for the OnePlus 6. So yeah, that about wraps things up. I hope this video helped you out, and I would really appreciate it if you leave a like in the video, comment if you have any more questions or suggestions about my OnePlus 6, and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one.